I thought someone was here. All right, sorry. Budget One Piece deck. Cool. My name's Graffiti. Your name? You just want the deck list? All right. Well, subscribe, share. You're gonna want to give me a like. Go ahead, give me a like down in the bottom left-hand corner. Your other. Anyways, deck list down below. If you stick around, I got to break down the deck with some simulator gameplay. Hope you enjoy the video. Today, Sanji. Once per turn, when you play a character, no base effect from your hand. If you have 3 or less characters, set 2 Dawn as active. So that means you can be playing plenty of characters with no base effects. But not all your characters have to have no base effect. So I'm going to break down the ones that do have effects, followed by the events. And then the characters that do have no base effect, but they really need no explaining. So right away, Nekomamushi. I'm going to butcher names, but this is a file, just a blocker. That's all it is. 4,000 for 3, something simple. Next up, Killer, another blocker here that says ×1 Dawn on block. If you have 3 or more characters, you get to draw a card. This blocker has the potential of replacing itself. Card advantage is key in almost any game. Speaking of which, Donquitoe Doflamingo, run 4 if you can. I only had availability of 3 at the time, but this blocker is great. You see 5 cards. You put them back in any order, keep them on top, ship them to the bottom if you don't need them. It has just such great potential. Next up, Smiley. They do not want to see this on your field. On your turn, ×1 Dawn, it gains plus 1,000 power for every card in your hand. They will just waste resources and effort to get it off your field. Such a very powerful creature, even though it looks so weak. Next up, X.Drake on Plague. KO one of your opponent's rested characters with 4 or less cost. This is a 6k for 5 with a 1k count on the side. Just a big body. A lot of these cards are just characters that have great effects for use. This one, Carrot, 5,000 for 5. It mainly is a 2k counter for me a lot of the times, but if you have it in play, it will unrest one of your Dawns at end of your turn, which is great if you're trying to play your event cards, such as Punk Gibson. I feel 4 was a little too much, but it's a 4k counter for 2 that then allows you to rest one of your opponent's characters with a 4 or less cost. Also has a trigger just flat out resting one of your opponent's characters, which is great to set you up for X.Drake possibly, or blocker, or just takes down one of their characters that was going to come at you next. Up next, 3 sword style Giri. You could run 4. I'm running 2. It is however you want it to be. But I'm going to start with the trigger first. Rest one of your opponent's leaders or characters with a 5 or less cost. That's pretty solid. Allows you the tactic I explained a second ago. But the main part of the card here is it's a 6k counter for 3. And then allows you to play a character with no base effect of 3 or less value from your hand and puts it right into play. So right here in the comments, tell me what your selection would be. For this one, I chose Mocha and Usopp. They're both 5,000 for 3 with 1k count on the side. It's pretty self-explanatory here with these no base effects. But like I said, in the comments down below, tell me the ones that you would choose. Now moving past the range for the 3 sword style, the ones beyond this, the bigger ones, you can mix or match the amount, the quantity of the character. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly how I have it. So like I said, tell me what you would do. I chose 2 Zoro, 3 Gecko, 4 Krieg. There's 6k for 4, 1k count on the side. Here's 9 bodies right here. You know, 8 prior. Here's like, I got 3 crocodiles. If you want 4 instead, 7 for 5 with a 1k on the side. It's just great fun with your favorite characters that are no base effect having characters. Mihawk, 8,000 for 6. It's the final one here in the list.